Today we're on the Ovation of the Seas. So we've launched from Seattle. We are underway at this point. It's day one, still kind of getting used to the ship. We're going to take a look at the Royal Esplanade here in this video. You can see us kind of checking out one of the big signage boards here. And definitely a different layout. So it took a while for us to kind of get used to the ship. And I noticed it myself anyway. Every time we would get down to our deck 8, I would have to constantly sort of look around and figure out, like, am I port? Am I starboard? Forward? You know, aft? It's like, for some reason, it just took a while for me to get my bearings. But here we are walking down from deck 8 down to deck 5 from Royal Esplanade. Two levels. Well, yeah, one more down. Yeah, we're on 6.
This is
So one of the highlights of this ship is definitely the 270 area, which is in the back of the ship, deck 5, and I think also part of deck 6. But you pretty much enter from deck 5. So you see this little signs here for 270. And in order to get there, you have to walk through an area back here they call the Via, I guess it's Via, I'm not sure. But it has straight ahead is Vintages, which is kind of like the little wine bar. And to the side over here on the right is Jamie's Italian. You'll see over here on the left, you've got a little bit of shopping going on. And then you see those people that are kind of going back there in the back left corner. That's where you go back to 270. There's a little like an art auction thing back there, I think. Like a little art gallery maybe. And the next cruise desk is actually back there as well. So we've been in a habit over the last couple of cruises of every night before dinner we would sort of meet with friends that are on the cruise for drinks. And so for this particular cruise in this ship, Vintages was the place that we decided to do that. And we eventually kind of moved a little bit back and forth between Vintages and Boleros, but this was a pretty neat little area. So this is us, the very first night, kind of meeting up before dinner and getting a little something to drink. If you are enjoying the video so far, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever a new video is posted. I don't know if there are any stairs if we have to take the elevator.
Yeah, there's stairs right over here.
I don't know, they were looking for
The elevator.
We're doing stairs or elevator?
Stairs at the bottom.
So we head back down the Royal Esplanade here towards the core area. This is again on deck 5, and you're going to see there in a second where 5 and 4 kind of come together to form the main core of, like the shopping. The like the Cafe Promenade is down there. One of the things you notice here, the photographer, one of the things about this particular cruise, they had photographers set up in these main areas almost every single night of the cruise, which was kind of unusual because I don't remember that from some of the other cruises, but that could be specific to this ship. You see the shore excursion desk is up there. There's the bionic bar up on the left. Coming down these steps here, and these steps were kind of used sometimes for backgrounds for photography. There's Bolero's right there, straight ahead, going through there. And that was, like I said, that was one of the other places we decided to kind of meet up for drinks. And Bolero's is always popular. Every single ship in Royal Caribbean's fleet that has a Bolero's, it's always a very popular hangout. It's an excellent place to grab a drink. You see the casino down there on deck 3, directly below us. And some more art here set up for auction. Again, the photographers are out in full force almost every night of the cruise, from what I could remember. So now it's time for dinner, and here we are. This was the first night, and so we're just the very first night we're getting set up for our table that we're going to do. And we had my time dining reservations for 7:30, I think, every night of the cruise. And what was interesting is you went through the cruise planner and you had to book the my time dining as if you were like buying something and putting in a shopping cart and checking out. It was kind of an interesting process, but we did all that ahead of time, linked our reservations together, and kind of got it all set up. So this lady right here, you're going to see here in just a second, she kind of gets us all set up, and we see our table that we got for the first night, and we had such a good time with those guys that we basically came back and requested them every single night throughout the rest of the cruise. So even though it was my time dining, we were able to stay with the same table and the same waiter and assistant waiter and so on, and that worked out really well for us. You see up here, we're on deck 4. There's Silk over there. We're going into the American Icon Grill. And then down on deck 3 below us are 2 more restaurants. And the 2 that are down on deck 3, from what I remember, are the ones that they consider the traditional dining. And then these 2 up here on deck 4 are, I believe, were set up specifically for like the My Time dining. And you have 2 lines here on each of the 2 restaurants. And so we're in the 2 lines for the American Icon. Those are the 2 for the Silk. One of the lines, which is the one we're in, is if you already have My Time dining reservations. And then like the other line over here to our left, closer to the wall, is where you can just walk up and you don't already have a My Time dining reservation and you just want to go to dinner like at whatever time you want. And so if you walk up on that other line, it's essentially kind of a first come first serve. I mean, you won't have to wait long, but you'll be at a different table each night for dinner. So it works out pretty well. Every single night that we showed up in this line, because we already had the reservation, after the first night, and we were able to kind of tell her, hey, we want the same guys and the same table every night, going forward for the rest of the cruise, we were able to just walk right up. She would ask us what stateroom we're in, and I would tell her, my stateroom, and she would pull it right up and print the little ticket, and it was just a pretty quick, pretty painless process the rest of the cruise once we kind of got it all established. We're on deck 8, but I mean, there's three different reservations that are tied together.
So for how many spaces? 4 nights?
Yes.
7?
Yeah, all 3 reservations are supposed to be connected together.
We're all together.
Come over here.
Okay, next in the line, please. Hi, good evening. It's all right. Good evening. Can I get your number?
So here you go. Here's a little footage of making our way into the American Icon Grill, heading back to our table. I believe it was 759. You'll see here in a second, it's not very far from the entrance.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you gave it a like. To see more content like this, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever a new video is posted.